Sign of Hayley yet, though.
Amazing. So good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday night product and business presentation. It's not Thursday, it's Wednesday. We've done these on a Thursday for about a year, so excuse me. Wednesday presentation. And tonight we're going to be telling you all about our amazing products and business opportunity. And without further ado, we're going to get started right away with our lovely Paula, who will be telling you all about our amazing product.
Thank you, Sara, and thank you so much for joining us this evening on our Wednesday night opportunity and product call. And I'm going to do an extremely quick overview actually of our unique Juice Plus products. So I'm sure you've heard so much about them, but I'm just going to run through what makes them unique, basically. So basically, all of our products are totally natural. They all come from plants. And you can see here the fruits and vegetables with the bottles, and that's basically what they are. They're made from fruits and vegetables. We all know that the more fruits and vegetables we eat, the healthier we are, and the less sick we get. So, you know, this is what our products help to do, is help to give us the nutritional gap of what we are eating and what we should be eating. We all know that the more fruits and vegetables we eat, you know, as I've just said, the healthier we are, but it's sometimes quite hard to get the amount of fruits and vegetables that we need in our bodies every single day. So you can see, as I said, the bottles here, and they have got a variety of 30 raw fruits, vegetables and berries. So in a very simple, convenient, easy and affordable way, you can just get what you need and you know, to help you keep healthy. Totally full of you know, all the antioxidants, phytonutrients, all those kind of things, and honestly, you'd just be giving your body an absolute treat. And so we'll just move on to the next slide, please, James. And so, as well as the capsules that you've just seen then, which have got the 30 fruits and vegetables and berries, we've got chewables and capsules for children. So I'll just talk about the family. I can't get my words out tonight for some reason. The Healthy Starts for Families program. Now, this is something as a mother I'm hugely passionate about. And what it means is when you buy the capsules that I've just been talking about, you're eligible to get absolutely free either chewables or capsules for children and teenagers up to the age of 21. So you can see some of the amazing results here on the slide. I'm not going to run through it, but basically they get them free. There's been over 1.5 million families all over the world taking part in this program, with a staggering 96% reported positive health benefits. So just have a little read there of some of the health benefits. If you've got children, this is something you definitely need to get on. Next slide, please, James. So I've been taking these for 7 years now, haven't had one day sick, and my daughter's been on the chewables and capsules, and she hasn't had a day sick as well for 7 years, so I'm really, really happy with them. So this is our complete range. As the name suggests, it is basically complete. It means you're getting a complete meal. So you can have the first picture is of what we usually make into the shake. So you can have everything your body needs for a highly nutritious meal, for a healthy shake, for a breakfast, on-the-go snack, pre and post workout. You can use it for weight maintenance. You can use it for weight loss, and you can replace up to 2 meals a day and just get all a really healthy, balanced meal. Absolutely delicious, all vegan, gluten-free, low GI. So you're giving your body lots and lots of health and lots of nutrition, helps to give you lots of energy, and you feel fantastic as well. And it comes in the bars and also soup as well, with the same amount of nutrition that you can use depending on what you prefer to have. So the soups are amazing for this time of year as well. So if you haven't tried the products, I really urge you to go to the person who's put you on the call this evening, get a little bit more information. And one thing I forgot to mention is they are the world's most researched nutritional products in the world. So you're getting the absolute best of nutrition in all of our products. They've got 40 gold standard clinical studies. And if you want to see any of the science and the studies, just ask the person who put you on the call this evening. So that was a very, very quick overview sorry, I didn't get my words out all the time, all the way through it. But if you like what you hear, just, definitely give them a go, and I'll pass you back to Sara. Thank you so much.
Amazing, Paula. Thank you very much. And as Paula said, if you did want to find out more about the products, there's loads of amazing videos. We just wouldn't be able to cram so much information on our short call this evening. Thank you, Paula. And we are now going to hear from someone who is already on the products, who is our lovely Lucy. You just have to unmute yourself, please, Lucy. Are you there? So I think she's on. And
yeah, I can see her. She's on. Lucy Taylor.
Are you there, Lucy? May have walked away from her phone for a second.
I can see it.
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, all right, no worries.
So my product journey. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
So my product journey started with the shakes when I signed up in 2019. I bought the shakes and signed up at the same time. I was a breakfast skipper. That's what got me starting the shakes. I also suffered with IBS for years. As far back as I can remember, I was always doubled up in pain, and they helped with that. And I never knew they were going to do that. And they have done that. And I don't suffer anymore like I used to. If I stick to them every day, then it just shows that I don't, it just does something. I just don't have to suffer with it. And then I also, when I have them in the morning, I also crave good food as well, like throughout the day. It just really does set you up for a good day because you're putting that goodness in you. My body just craves it. My daughter loves the hot chocolate. She has that in the morning, so it's good that she's getting goodness in her in the morning before school. And then I'm on all the products now. I'm on all the capsules as well, the fruit, the veg, the berries, the omegas. I absolutely love the omegas for my mood. They've really they just balance me out. Not making any medical claims, but I don't take, I was on antidepressants for 2 years. I stopped them 6 months ago now, and I don't take them, and my mood is just a lot more better and a lot more clearer since taking them. And I must say they are my favourite product, to be honest, they are really. But yeah, that's my product journey so far in 2 years. So, yeah.
Oh, amazing, Lucy. And I didn't know that either. So huge well done, because I know that's absolutely massive. It's really, really tough to do. So huge well done. Thank you so much, Lucy.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm sure you can tell that our products are absolutely amazing, and after hearing from Paula and Lucy. So we are now going to move over to the business side of things, and we are going to get started with Howard, who's going to give us a bit of a background information on the business.
Yeah, evening, guys, and a big welcome. Thank you, Sara, and a big welcome to everybody tonight, especially those people who may be looking at this for the very first time. Now, I had the advantage, I suppose, of coming across Juice Plus when it was first launched way back 28 years ago, last month, 1993. I then walked away from the opportunity as I got a very good, what I thought was a very good corporate job. But Juice Plus came a calling back in late 2013 when an old friend of mine got in touch, and I was working for myself back then, and I really needed another opportunity. I needed a plan B because my main business was just starting to struggle a wee bit. Now let's get right into this, and right where we are now across the Juice Plus world, which amounts to around about 30 countries, there are around about 5,000 new partners joining each month. 5,000 people. Now, why is that? Just think about it a moment. As Paula said to us, we have the world's most scientifically researched whole food supplement that addresses key pillars of human health. The science is irrefutable. So we have something that addresses and improves people's health. We also have an opportunity here that has been able to address people's wealth. So we have two key things. This was people's awareness for sort of health and well-being was was really, really high for some time, and has been growing. You cannot, open a newspaper or open a magazine, turn on the TV or radio without being told something is good for you, something is bad for you. All of it's very confusing. But one salient truth is the fact that fruits and vegetables, we all know they're good for us. They are never, ever, ever going to go out of fashion. So what do we have? We have something that addresses this. And let's look at one of the ways. There are no fewer than 4 different ways that we can actually derive an income here. Everybody starts on the left-hand side of that staircase as a partner. And through help, training, and encouragement, we can ensure, or there are various people that will help new partners move from left to right, all the way up, if they want to the top of that position, PMD plus. And along the way, if they achieve that, they will pick up bonuses of nearly £120,000. Now, if that sounds pretty good, that's a decent chunk of change, let me tell you. In addition to that, you will be picking up commissions every single month. And they've asked the person who invited you onto this call to elaborate on exactly how we get compensated for our efforts here. Okay. Now, what is this? I set up a business in 2002 and I invested £30,000 of my own money. Didn't borrow anything, but that bought me half a business. I had to find somebody else to put in another £30,000. And I had to literally do virtually everything with my silent partner, setting everything up, all the sort of capital expenditure and so forth. What our partner company, the Juice Plus company, does, they have done all the heavy lifting. They've done the product research. They have ensured that we've got the scientific efficacy that underpins the products that we have. They ship products to our customers. They collect the money and they account to us once a month on the 10th of each month. They also provide us with a virtual office, a personalized website. All these other different things are provided for us. You think, my goodness me, what is that going to cost? Let me tell you, £50. £50 allows you to access this. So you have the full benefits of a franchise operation, and it is that low cost. So we like to call it a low cost franchise opportunity. So those benefits are available to everybody. Let's move on to the next slide. So how can we actually, derive, what sort of money can we actually start to make? You can start making money from day one. Your own product order, you get paid for what you use yourself. How cool is that? But in addition, we can then share our product journey with our contacts, with people we know. We may well start with what we like to call our warm market, our friends, our family, people that we're close to. And in one's first 3 months, you can typically make between, anything £330 to £1,080. These are notional figures. People have done better than that. If you are prepared to sort of put your head down and work with the help of people who have a vested interest in your success, you're never on your own in this business. You're in business for yourself, never by yourself. They have vested interest in your success and they will help you ascend that staircase left to right, as I said. And these figures can be exceeded. You have your foot is on the accelerator, your hand is on the throttle. How fast do you want to go? Down to you. The one thing I would say is the people who get to the right hand side of that staircase, they've worked really, really hard. Like anything else, it requires hard work to be successful at this. But for many people, they're perfectly happy with a few hundred pounds extra each month. And ask many people where we are at the moment in terms of the financial situation that people are in, they'd be delighted and more open than they have ever been to looking at other opportunities. So where are we? I mentioned about the Juice Plus world, around about 30 countries. And as you can see, we're across North America, no surprise there. The company was founded in Memphis. We're into Central America now. We've moved into Mexico relatively recently. A good chunk of Europe is still covered, but there are still 1 or 2 countries that we've yet to open in. Australia, New Zealand, 1 or 2 countries in Asia. The UAE was a springboard for us to open in Malaysia and also Singapore. But look at the gaps, guys. Look at the gaps. Latin America, nothing. Africa, nothing. Asia, so little. Key markets, Russia, China, India. Between those 3 countries, between 3 and 3.5 billion people. Now, do you think there are people all of those countries there that we're not in, that may be aware of their own health, would be open to looking at something that would improve the quality of their own health and their family's health, and maybe are looking for an opportunity to supplement their family's income, to derive a secondary income or another income stream into their household. We've barely scratched the surface, guys, even though we have got 28 years of success. So my question to you is, how fast do you want to go? The opportunity is there. It's going to happen with or without anybody on this call. And it's just a question of how much of a part you want to play in it. And with that, guys, thank you very much for your attention, and I'll hand you back to Sara. Thanks again.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Howard. I really, really love your business presentation. So thank you very, very much. And it makes me even more excited to know all of these incredible countries that we are yet to move into. So we have got so much in us. As James always says, the best is yet to come. And it definitely is, because we have got our lovely guest speaker coming up next, who is the beautiful Hayley McLaughlin. And she's going to start off by telling us a little bit about her journey. Are you there, Hayley?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
I feel like I've seen you live lately. I saw you at the event last week, today, seeing you Friday. Just
I know. Excuse the state of me. I've just got back from running. So, yeah, apologies. So you want me to go on, share my business journey first, yeah?
Yeah, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, no problem. So I joined the business literally back in, 7 years ago, 2014. And I joined for a little bit extra. So I just wanted, a bit of extra money that didn't go on bills. I was a single mum at the time. I had a little boy that he was like in nursery from 7:30 till 6. So it was quite hard, and I needed an extra income, but I couldn't afford to have the mum guilt of leaving him any longer. And I also couldn't afford to, pay any more childcare. It was extortionate. So I needed something that I could do from home. And this sort of come up at the same time that I had a health scare. So I really needed to consider getting healthier. I think, like many, I was guilty of taking my health for granted, thinking that I didn't need to invest in it and that there was other things that I should be spending my money on, when not at all. How wrong was I? So I invested in the business and the products at the same time. I was my first customer. And I got on the shakes because I was a meal skipper in the mornings. I was sort of calorie counting, trying to lose weight, but I was one of these people that would just starve myself and then just binge eat. So I loved the shakes. They were really handy for me to get into my busy lifestyle as a mum, and it was just really great. So I then started sharing that with people in the job that I worked at. So I worked in retail, so they would see me coming to work with my shake. Oh, Hayley, what's that? And I would share what it was. I was one of these people that if I started the day right, I would continue my day right. So a smoothie for me in the morning was perfect. So a lot of my first customers were people that I worked with. But I think that's the case with everything. You spend most of your time with them. So that was quite easy for me to reach my first position in the business, just by sharing it with people that I work with. And I loved it. I was glowing, I had so much more energy, and I was addicted straight onto the products. I really wanted to earn a little bit more money so that I could upgrade to the capsules, where that was an absolute game changer for me. So 21 months into the business, I'd actually reached all of the positions available, and I'd got to PMD, meaning that I'd picked up 78.8k in bonuses doing this part-time alongside my full-time stressful job and being a single mum. It was completely like, I don't know, it was like a whirlwind. I was just excited. I loved every minute of it. I got addicted really quickly. I was doing it every spare minute that I had of the day because I wanted to. I was excited to share these products. I wanted to help tired mums feel the way I was feeling. I wanted everybody to be more aware of their health, and I was just like so addicted, so fully into it. And it just felt like a really good hobby that I was getting paid for. And it, after 2 years in the business, now I thought I'd be in retail until I was that old I wouldn't be able to bend down to pick the clothes off the floor. And my next position was area manager. So I was quite high up in retail. But if anyone's ever worked in retail, you'll know that if you're in a higher position where you get a good salary, you do need to give your blood. They want your blood. Like I had to make sure that it was known that, you know, my job was my priority. So if my little boy was sick, the first thing I'd think of was, oh my God, the shop, what's going to happen? And really, really panic. Christmas, I couldn't have off. School holidays, I couldn't have off. They were embargoed. We weren't allowed to even request time off in those times. So it was really, really hard as a mum to keep a job like that down. It wasn't flexible whatsoever. Had to give a year's notice of my holidays and stuff like that. So I really thought I was going to be in retail for life. Never did I imagine, you know, this business would enable me to quit my full-time job. This was very much something that I joined for a little. I only joined for an extra £50 to £100 a month of fun money that I wanted, so that bills didn't touch it. Because 3 days after payday, I found myself waiting for payday again and counting 3.5 weeks till payday. So you know, this was like a fun pot of money that I could actually go and enjoy with my family, and kind of be a yes mum, because I was always saying, mummy can't afford that, mummy can't afford that. So I was like, I just want to be able to say yes sometimes, and that's what that pot of fun money was for. It weren't until I got into the business and started feeling a lot more positive, started, you know, learning how self-development worked, things like you pick up in this business that you don't expect to pick up, being around people that are like-minded and positive. I just loved it. And yeah, like I say, I never ever imagined it would be as big as it has been. And 2 years into doing Juice Plus, I was able to quit my retail job that I'd done for 15 years. And for 5 years now, I've done this full time around my second little boy. So I've had a whole second chance of being the mum that I sort of dreamed of being, that I never thought I would be, because I'm from a family where my mum had 4 jobs and was a single mum. You know, the idea of being at home with your children and being a full-time mum but bringing in income was actually a bit of a dream. I never thought it really happened, just in the movies. So you know, I've had a whole second chance of bringing up my second son, and he's been with me for the whole 5 years. He's been my business partner, and he's actually started school last September and left me. So now I'm a bit like in the day, a bit lost. But it, you know, I've never missed a milestone, and that's what I really, really, you know, more than what money can buy, those 5 years have been some really special time for me. So that's what this business has done for me, and it's just been incredible. And now they've brought out a new bonus. So my last official bonus that I can now receive is, you know, the £40,000 bonus, which is mind-blowing. And obviously I'm not afraid to say I am really money motivated, and that is mine. I'm going for it. So there we go.
Oh, I just absolutely love your story, Hayley. And I always, I think every coffee morning thing, I think I mention your name, but you was one of my biggest inspirations when I joined the business, because the first ever convention that I went to, we have these massive conventions twice a year. We've got one coming up in like 2-3 weeks that we're all really excited about. But the first one I went to, Hayley was up on stage as a PMD Club 100. I think you had your little baby with you, or yeah, I think so. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And I sat in the audience, and I'd only been in the business for a little while, and I thought I'd join just for a couple of £100. And I saw you up there, just earned, you know, 80 grand in bonuses with your baby. I was like, oh my God, what am I joining?
Yeah.
So thank you.
I wasn't expecting to be able to take him on stage. It was a bit of a last minute decision, but it was incredible because he actually did build business with me, you know. The main time that I was getting all of those bonuses, I was pregnant. And I remember going for the the big bonus at the end. And I was like, he was due in the May and I hit that bonus in the April. So I went on maternity leave just receiving a 28.8k bonus. Like, whereas my first son, when I went on maternity leave, the whole time I was pregnant, I was having to save £1,000 of my salary each month just so that I could pay my bills whilst I was on statutory maternity pay, which was like £536 a month. So I've had two completely very different experiences as being pregnant and being pregnant and being healthy and feeling amazing with my second as well was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I have to be careful because I could natter to you for ages, but I absolutely love your story. So what are your sort of getting started tips?
So getting started, I think obviously you'd be your first customer. I think that's really important. Actually walk the walk, and there's always something someone wants to improve, and that's why I think it's really important to understand that, think small. A lot of people think, oh, I don't know, I don't think I'd be able to get anyone onto it. Everybody knows 5 people that moan about how they look or feel. So I think, think small and just think there is 5 people, and that's all you need really for your first bonus. And that's all I thought. Like, I didn't, like I say, most people think small, and that's good. It's nice to feel like that because it's achievable. So 5 people who moan about how they look or feel, get on the products yourself, and then you only need 4 people. And just share, like, just be your first customer and just go fully in. So that would be my first tip. My second tip would be to have a vision of what you want to achieve. So my first thing that I wanted was to receive my £50 investment back, and that was just so that no one could say I'd wasted my money or that I'd joined a scam. So I was just like, once I got that, I was like, well, a bit like Howard explains, when you're setting up a business of your own, how can you say to someone, well, I've been in the business 2 weeks and I'm already in profit? I've already received what I invested back. So yeah, set a small little goal, a little vision on what you want to achieve. And I think it's quite easy to feel overwhelmed. So always speak to your upline and just be really like the person that invited you onto the call. Just let them know a little bit about you and share a little bit, because I like to know who joins me, like how much time they want to give, how much money they would like to make, what they've got going on. So be honest with the person that you join with, and let them know what expectations you have, because that will help them make sure that you get the information that you need, and a small sort of jobs list to do that fits in with the nooks and crannies of your day, not necessarily someone else's day. So I think that's important as well. And just really get to know the person that you've joined under, because they're going to be your biggest support. And don't feel that you need to know anything. We expect you to know nothing, because I think people always feel like this is completely new and not many people know about it. That doesn't necessarily, that most people think, oh, that must be wrong then. It's not. Like, we expect you to know nothing, and we will hold your hand for however long you need. So it's really important to get to know the person that brings you into the business, because you won't be bothering them when you need to ask them 20 questions a day. Like, we love that. We love having questions because it means that you're ready to get started and we know that you're going to crack on. So yeah, that's it really, I think. Be honest and to go for it, and don't care what people think.
Most definitely, absolutely love those. And definitely, everybody knows 5 people who moan about how they look or feel. I really, really love that, because it's so true. And I think, like you said, it can be a bit overwhelming when you get started and you think, I don't know anyone, or no one's going to sign up with me. But when you put it down in terms like that, everybody does know 5 people, don't
and that
they?
person that you bring in and you help, they will know 5 people. So it's like every person that you bring in knows 5 people that moans about how they look or feel, and it just can grow like that. Because a lot of people say to me, I don't have a big network, and I don't use Instagram, I'm only good on Facebook or whatever. That's absolutely fine. Like, you just grow as you go, and you start with what you have, and you have 5 people, and then you grow a little bit more and have another 5, and that's just how it starts. And I think that's important, not to overwhelm it or overthink it. We expect you to know nothing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think once you've got those 5, it can really snowball quite quickly, can't it? Just like you said, it's got that sort of knock-on effect. It takes a little bit of time to learn and, learn about the business and the products. But then all of a sudden, overnight, it just sort of takes off, doesn't it?
Well, that's the thing, at first I felt like I was learning a lot and feeling quite uncomfortable for a lot of the time. But, I think if you give anything new 3 months, after that, it just completely can change. And that's what happened for me. So although people think I've done the business really, really quick and got to the top within 21 months, my first 5 months were really slow. And that's how I felt. I felt, oh, it's a bit slow. But actually, those 5 months were what I needed to do to grow, grasp the business, gain my confidence. And then once I got addicted, there was no stopping me.
Oh, amazing. Like, I could honestly talk to you all night, Hayley, but we're going to have to jump off soon because I don't want to keep everyone too long. But what would be your finale top tip for anyone who's on the call and they've been thinking about joining for ages and they're a bit nervous or they're on the verge?
I would say absolutely go for it. Like, what have you got to lose? That's what I thought. Okay, the worst case scenario when I was humming and hawing, what have I got to lose? I've got to lose £50. And then I thought, when did I last waste £50? I have wasted £50 on a Chinese, a film, sitting in. So I just think about this investment could grow massively for you. And worst case scenario is still a win-win because you've improved your health and you will be feeling better. So there's kind of you've got nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Love that. Hayley, you are amazing. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you.
And thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Paula, Howard, James for organising, and Lucy for speaking as well. You was absolutely amazing. We hope you enjoyed the call tonight, and if you've got any questions at all, just go back to whoever it was who invited you on and they will be more than happy to help, and we shall see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, everyone. See you next week.
Goodbye.